Today is July 29th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey, and we are brought to you each and every day by Munganast St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. Rammer, the Cardinals are playing baseball tonight, and Juan Soto is in the lineup for the opponent.
Win-win. Win-win. Let's shoot off some fireworks.
No, he's playing for the Nationals today.
Well, you always got to rain on somebody's parade.
I just wanted to make sure people don't take this and run with that. But there is a lot to get into, both sides of things with this. It just, the way the schedule worked out, it is really just fascinating to look at it from so many different directions for both sides as to how you go about dealing with a situation like this, with a generational talent like Juan Soto, who is presumably on the trade block right now, and a team in town that is one of the front runners to get them. Rammer, where do you want to start? I mean, we'll get to the lineups in a bit, but all of the attention right now is going to be on Juan Soto this weekend.
Right, because the declaration has been that they're going to try and trade him. To fill more time, they've been talking about Shohei Ohtani possibly being on the market. I find that less likely. And the Cardinals, you'd rather probably have Ohtani because you fill a hitter and a pitcher role with one guy. I don't think it's realistic. So back to the Soto thing. Earlier today, I heard Mike Rizzo say that the Nats were going to make one more last-ditched effort to get Soto to sign or to at least talk about it. But admitting that it's a last-ditch effort probably tells you that it's not going to go well. That's my guess. On the other hand, I wonder if you'd go to your owner, and you don't know who your new owners are going to be, but say, look, we've still got him for 2 more years. The price is only going to go up. We believe, now this is the part that might not be true. We believe in our draft, sign, and develop program. And by that 3rd year, maybe we can make another run here in the National League East. And then if he goes, he goes. On the other hand, when you do that, what do you get back? Not much. So it's not an easy decision, but I think sometimes these owners and GMs are too quick to move franchise cornerstones.
I would agree with that. And it with a guy that is 23 years old, that has accomplished so much and really just seems like sky's the limit. The fact that you could sit there as a business owner and say, I don't think we need this. It's just, I don't get it. One of the faces of baseball, and you're just going to say, yeah, go your own way. It does not make any sense to me. I don't get it. But looking at it from the Cardinal standpoint, we know that the brain trust is there in DC.
All the big boys are on board,
including Bill DeWitt Jr. Mr. DeWitt is there in Washington, D.C. And you'd have to imagine there have been meetings in person over what it will take to get this deal done. If there are serious talks about this deal getting done, that they are meeting in person to say, how do we get this done? But from a 2022 season standpoint right now, if you believe that it is going to get done, I don't think that you waste any time, because why would you want that man playing against you in games that you have to win right now?
I think that is an angle that the Cardinals have an opinion about, but you can't rush the deal because of game 90. You just can't do it. And remember, the Cardinals may agree with you. They may have put all their cards on the table, but we don't know what's Mike Rizzo said.
Yeah.
So I think we got to be careful just to put it on the Cardinals at this point.
And then on the other side, if you're the Nationals, you have the Padres possibly interested in trading for him. You have the Cardinals right there possibly interested in trading for him. The Mets have also kind of thrown their name in there. How do you want Juan Soto in the lineup then, if that's the case? Do you risk him getting hurt, or with him being 23, does him getting hurt really matter as far as trading him goes? Does that hurt any of the assets you get back?
You mean if you're the Nationals?
Yeah, if you're the Nationals.
I don't think until you're ready to fill out paperwork, you pull him from the lineup. I think you play him because you don't know if it's going to get done or not.
Yeah.
And I think the minute Rizzo and Mo and Mr. DeWitt shake hands, then you call down to the clubhouse. Tell Juan to take his stuff down the hall. Or if the game's going on, I mean, it could.
Yeah.
Many trades in the history of the game have happened during a game. Pull them out, send them down the hall.
Right. And unfortunately,
then he pinch hits late in the game for the Cardinals and wins the game.
My thinking behind this was that you know what, if he doubles or something, you say, you know what, okay, we don't need him hurting us anymore. Pull the deal. All right, Juan, just here. We'll give you a new jersey. Go play right field. Just go out there and go play right field. And then you know what, maybe
he's at second base. You just run a jersey out to him.
Yeah, and his glove, and you just go out to right, and then he ends up throwing himself out at home. So you. We do want to let, if Juan Soto is traded in the middle of the game, he would not be eligible to play for the Cardinals tonight. Just want to throw that out there in case people think that we're being serious with all of this. But the latest deals have Nolan Gorman in the mix for to possibly be traded. Libator also being, there are names being thrown, all new names being thrown around every time. That just shows kind of how deep the Cardinals prospect list is, and some of the other deals they could possibly get done, where maybe I don't think we've heard anybody really mention Montas around baseball. That's not a name that I've heard mentioned at all. Maybe that's going so under the radar because of how highly touted Juan Soto is.
I've seen it written. A couple of scribes have Montas associated with the Cardinals, but in a long list of, hey, here are possible trades to look for. And so not as a headline, not as a this is imminent kind of thing.
Yeah. So one thing I would say, if you are interested in it, look up the MLB traderumors.com. That website, pretty good when it comes to some of the rumors that are out there and looking around. I know they have Frankie Montas and Pablo Lopez as two of the higher touted, the higher names that are listed, along with Noah Syndergaard, who is also being thrown around out there too. So those are,
when it comes to rumors, pardon the interruption, before you went to the next topic, I take zero stock in rumors. And you know why? 35 years ago, our friend on FM in St. Louis, Randy Carrick, and I, we used to sit next to each other at every Cardinals baseball game. And we were young back then, and we were a little annoyed with all the trade rumor stuff. So we made up a rumor, and the next day it was in the New York papers. It was Ozzie Smith for Dave Winfield. I'm telling you, nobody in the media knows if a trade is going to happen. Nobody.
One interesting trade name that has been thrown out there on the other side has been Edmundo Sosa. You and I have talked a lot about the possibility of Paul DeJong being traded to another team to help with infield. The Edmundo Sosa trade rumor gets some legs with the fact that Paul DeJong has now been added to the taxi squad and is in Washington, D.C. this weekend. I imagine a lot of teams that are heavily rumored to be in the mix for trades this weekend will have taxi squad players. That way, if a trade happens, you can bring a player up and have a full roster for the next day. Makes perfect sense. And that's why I think Paul DeJong is up here, because if the team, it really is looking at trading Edmundo Sosa to an American League team, as Derek Gould has reported, then I think you immediately have Paul DeJong take his spot on the team, and you go from there. So I think that's and also maybe, if Paul DeJong ends up getting traded, you have him in DC instead of Memphis. He can get to that new team quicker than maybe from wherever Memphis is playing this weekend.
Yeah, if all things were even, and they're not, I prefer middle infield of Edman and Gorman than either one of those two paired with DeJong on a daily basis. My fear is, and I'm sure it'll happen, is that Ali Marmol is going to just say, okay, you earned your way back. You're the starting shortstop again. And I'm not real happy about that. I think if a guy gets some time and earns it and starts to outperform the other people, the way I see it, assuming DeJong ends up on the full roster, I got 4 middle infielders.
Yeah.
2 left-handed hitters, a switch hitter, and a right-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Let's see who plays best and who earns the most time. To anoint guys is the Cardinals continue to shoot themselves in the foot, and they've done it for years. And I think they're going to do it again with Paul DeJong.
Looking around some of the other injury news and notes with the Cardinals from earlier today, Harrison Bader will be in a boot for the next 1 to 2 weeks. No baseball activity for Harrison Bader. So Dylan Carlson is your center fielder for the well into August, and it's
why you can't have him in your trade package, because if you trade him tomorrow, you don't have a center fielder.
Right. No, you're right. Jack Flaherty, through a light side session, could rejoin the team to continue rehabbing very soon. Steven Matz will be reevaluated on Monday to find out the extent of his knee injury.
We're out.
Juan Yepes has been swinging a bat, experiencing slight pain when throwing. Will be at least another week. You know what? With the emergence of Albert Pujols, I think Juan Yepes, you don't rush him back. I think if Albert Pujols is still hitting around 200, I think maybe you say, okay, you know what? We can have you DH for us if throwing's the issue. But as long as Tyler O'Neill's playing well, as long as Albert Pujols, who now has his batting average up over 240, keeps doing what he's doing, I think you say, you know what, Juan, take all the time you need. We can come back to this later.
Yeah, and depending on how the roster shuffled around by Tuesday, the trade deadline, he may end up on a rehab assignment and staying there until September 1st call-ups.
We will, that's, are they doing, that's one thing I have to dig in. I know they changed the rule on the September call-ups too. That's something we have a month.
I think it's a smaller number.
It is, no 40-man. Yeah.
Right.
Also, in case I know you have texted me about him every single day since he's gone on the injured list, Drew Verhagen threw a side session earlier this week. I know you've been just waiting for him to make his return to the big league club.
I thought we were going to put him in the exchange for Brittany Griner.
Why are they still like? I get okay. He's hurt.
I get no reaction. That was a good line. You gave me nothing.
I think they have another arms dealer already in the package. They don't need to throw Verhagen.
Yeah, we need arms. That's for sure.
But after the last thing, like he comes in, says, "Coach, I'm hurt," and be like, "Hey, you know what? You can go rehab at home because we'll pay you, but we don't need you."
Yeah, you know what? There's a spot on Yachty's basketball team. Go down there and rehab.
Yeah, Yachty, by the way, X-rays came back negative. He was hit in the hand yesterday in his rehab game with the Memphis Chicks. I don't know if you saw the jersey he was wearing last night down there in Memphis. Yeah, they were wearing the throwbacks, and Yachty was in one. That uniform, you know what? That's going to go for a lot of money at an auction somewhere for Cardinal Cares. That's
he signs that HOF. That'll be good.
That definitely will be. Hey, on to the lineups for tonight's game. We have Miles Mikolas against Anibal Sanchez. Dylan Carlson is in center field. Tyler O'Neill in left. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Nolan Arenado at third. They're both back. Albert Pujols DHing. Nolan Gorman at second. Lars Nootbaar in right. Andrew Kisner is in center. And Tommy Edman is at short at ninth. I'll let you get to that. I'll let you break that down in a second. Read the Nationals lineup out first. Victor Robles is in center. Cesar Hernandez is at second. Juan Soto in right. Josh Bell at first. Nelson Cruz DHing. Yadiel Hernandez is in left. Luis Garcia at short. Kribert Ruiz is behind the plate. And Hari Adrazana is at third. I
Sure is.
can guarantee you I got both the first name and last name mispronounced with that one. Your thoughts on the Cardinal lineup tonight, going with Tommy Edman batting ninth?
Yeah, it's good. I think that's the way you go. He'll be batting left-handed. He'll struggle a little more, and Carlson has too. But if Tommy does get on, then he's got the big boys behind him. I say this all the time so that because people don't listen all the time, and that is, I know statistical studies have shown that there's almost no difference in having a second leadoff guy hitting ninth versus having that guy hitting eighth, that there's almost no difference. I just like it. I just like the idea of it, despite the data. So I like it.
You know what? I think a lot of fans around baseball might look at the Cardinals roster and go, "Wow, I can't believe Albert Pujols and Adam Wainwright are still playing." I'm doing that with the Nationals tonight with Anibal Sanchez. I
What is
cannot
he,
believe
30? He's 38, isn't he, or 39?
38 years old and
Yeah.
still in the league. Broke in all the way back in 2006. Rammer with the Florida Marlins
Yeah.
in 2006 and threw a
Remember that.
no-hitter for them as
Mhm.
a rookie with
He's a pretty good
that
pitcher
team.
in his course of his career.
It's, you know what? He has been manageable. 112 and 115 with a 4.06 ERA. Might break 1,800 strikeouts for his career by the end of this season.
Yeah, kind of a league average guy.
He is. I mean, he is.
Pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's been. I mean, that'll get you paid. That'll get you and keep you around as a fourth starter for a team
Long time.
in Major League Baseball. So he's done his job. All right, games this weekend. Rammer, on Monday when we do this show. Actually, you know what? I feel like we probably, if a trade happens this weekend, I feel like you and I could find a way to make it happen to where we can jump on somehow, some way, and do breaking news if a big trade happens. But if by Monday, will we see new faces on the St. Louis Cardinals?
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe a minor deal or two. Now, I don't mean minor league, but a smaller deal. The Sosa thing seems kind of imminent. To me, it seems clear that the Cardinals like DeYoung or Edman or a combination at shortstop, and that Sosa his career will be better served moving on. And with his wheels and his arm and glove, I think somebody will take a look at him, probably get a reliever back for him, or maybe a minor league player. Mm-hmm. And you're going to need them because if you make the big deal, you're going to lose some minor leaguers.
Yeah, you are. I would also suggest for those, I was not able to place any bets up in Canada this past week. Gambling is legal in Ontario, but not for Americans to do over there. At least I was not able to place any bets doing that. But now that I'm back in the great state of Illinois, where I can do that, I will be betting my $1 on Albert Pujols to go yard against Anibal Sanchez, a career near 400 hitter in 30 plate appearances against Anibal Sanchez in his career.
When you tried to bet in Canada, did you have to show your ID?
I logged in. So I use DraftKings Sportsbook. When I logged in, it logged me in, and it immediately put a lock screen up on there saying, telling me you can't place any bets in this country.
So, but you don't know if you had gone to a sports book, perhaps.
I don't know. I've never done that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not that invested. Yeah, I'm not that invested into the gambling to where I'll go to a sports book or anything like that. I'll just do stupid $1 bets on my phone as long as I can. So that's how I do it. And therefore, you know what? Hey, no gambling addiction. So it works.
We didn't talk yesterday. You didn't tell me if you got helmet food.
I got helmet ice cream yesterday. On Wednesday. Got helmet ice cream, and I was actually in the WestJet flight deck when Albert hit his home run up there. I was just more towards the right field side, and he hit his in the left field side. Yeah. But I was up there, and I saw it, and as I'm watching, I'm like, oh my God, like that's gonna come up here.
Yeah, it was a bomb.
that really was for him. And also, hey, no Albert gift tracker from the folks in Toronto. They gave him some nice standing ovations.
Yeah, I saw you had posted that.
Yep, nothing for Albert. of disappointed in our friends to the north in doing so. We'll see where we'll see what the Nationals do for him this weekend. Imagine something. That would be, you know what? If all they do is they hand over Juan Soto, that would be a great Albert gift tracker. I'm going to tweet out that suggestion to the Nationals right when we wrap things up here on Daily Cards Live. And hey, we're brought to you each and every day by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and also Rammer, our friends at Royal Banks.
Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking, and locations, well, spreading out, growing, and giving you that great service no matter where you are. St. Louis, St. Charles, Granite City, Jerseyville, and 3 locations in Northeast Missouri. As I said, it's Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. Hey, hopefully you see us this weekend when big trade breaks for the Cardinals. If not, we'll talk to you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend of baseball, and we'll be back with plenty of content right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
St. Louis Acura has almost 200 pre-owned vehicles in stock with inventory arriving daily and can offer the best trade-in value. While others raise their prices and fees, we choose to earn your repeat and referral business by not taking advantage of the current market situation. We invest in our team, becoming one of St. Louis's top places to work and fastest growing companies. St. Louis Acura remains committed to becoming better than ever for you. Located at Manchester and Mason Roads.